People say you need money to work. No, I learned that you need to have right connections to work, not the money. Money will come. Once you're working, people are ready to put money on you.
There is no ease in doing business, and yet the real power is befriending uncertainty. Um, how did you manage to befriend uncertainty?
Never forget that where God wants you to be, you should be there. And in the whole journey, you after reaching a level basically, you should start devoting yourself. A very good person in my life had taught me this, that something is there where you should thank God. And whatever you want to ask, you should ask God and not from people. God is the one who can, and in every stage of life, you meet people, there are people who comes in your life and who teaches you. So, and you should be thankful to.
The way you carry yourself, the way you dress, the way you talk to people. As you mentioned, socializing is important, network is important. Do you think your personal brand influences how, let's say, clients perceive you? Or does it influence how you look at people you want to hire?
A human being is very selfish. He doesn't want to come out of his comfort level. You need to come out from your comfort level. And you don't have to see what other people are doing. You have to see what you have to do. You will fine, I will, start my own business. I have this savings, I'll put this much money. And, overnight it starts selling and I'll start growing. No, boss, no. Overnight, nothing happens. It's merely hard work and dedication to do something in life. And you reach somewhere. Overnight, you'll reach nowhere. Nowhere.
But they don't see that when you have your own business, your own company, it's a lot more work and it's a not non-ending work. You work 24/7. I can see from a lot of my friends who started their own businesses, it's like more stress because you worry about whether you're going to have clients or not, whether you're going to have projects or not, where are you going to pay the rent from, where are you going to pay your employees from if you have employees. So it's really a different type of hard work, but for sure there is a lot more hard work.
You have to learn. The day you stop learning, that means you've stopped yourself growing. If you want to grow, you have to keep learning every time, everything new. I started learning the projects. Couple of projects I did with my uncle. And then basically, you know what? My dreams were different. My dreams were different. I wanted to achieve more. And you can't overnight be successful. That I learned. But my dreams were different. So I had to break up the partnership.
Welcome back to another episode of the Milton Spices podcast, where we unpack the bold moves, quiet doubts, and defining moments behind career shifts, personal reinvention, and everything in between. Today's guest is someone who took a brave leap from the structure of a family business to building something entirely his own. Nadeem Bhati's journey is not just about entrepreneurship, it's about rediscovering purpose, honoring discomfort, and learning to trust the signals even when they show up as burnout, doubt, or feeling out of place. Watch this episode if you want to hear us talk about what success really means, what it costs, and how growing up across cultures shaped his leadership style and mindset. Please do share, subscribe, and tell us what you think of our episode. Enjoy. You grew up in a family who's doing business, and after graduating, you used to work with your uncles in their factory. But at some point, you felt that it was not the right path for you anymore. So, what made you realize this at that point? Were there signs like, were you not happy? Were you burnt out? Were there any signs?
Basically, when you're working somewhere, a factory or an office or any business which is built by your father and uncles and all, and then you go and sit there. Basically, the business is trading business. When it's a trading business, in trading business, it's like things are coming in, things are going, business is moving. When I'm going there, I didn't feel like I'm adding any value to the business. Yes, I'm going there. I am also doing the sales part. I'm running from here to there, but adding more to the business, I didn't think I'm doing something. What I've achieved, what are my inbuilt qualities, what I'm capable of doing. Am I giving my 100% here? And am I getting something worth it from giving this 100%? The answer was no. Then what should I do? What should I do? There were two parts. Either carry on, enjoy your life, do what's coming in your way, or take the harder way. Try to do something for your own self. So I choose like, okay, fine. Let's try the other way. When you're young, it's like today, okay, at this age, no. But when you're young, in your 20s, and even climbing a wall, breaking a wall, or doing anything, you don't feel anything is difficult for you in life. You feel, yes, you can achieve it. You can do everything. But now, when you grow slowly and slowly, when you grow, then you become mature, and then you go to the backlog that, oh, you have this thing to do, you have that thing to do. Now, when you've reached a stage, then you have other responsibilities which you need to fulfill. So then you stop, the risk capacity become less, but the exposure, the maturity, and all becomes way higher, where you can take bolder decisions. I guess then I didn't want it to stay in the business because I wasn't adding any value. So I decided that, okay, fine, let's do something which says this is Nadim. That business my uncles and my dads and all. So it was for them.
All
Yeah.
right. So you were eager to achieve more, to work harder. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that, sorry, I'd like to correct you here. I wouldn't say I was eager to do something or achieve. No, I wasn't eager. I wanted something which would recognize me as a person, as who is Nadeem. But that business, I wasn't recognized. I was just an add-on over there. So I didn't. I'm sorry, but I had to correct you here. I didn't
Yeah, yeah,
have fun like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You were actually making a good point because yes, when anybody is looking for a job or starting a business, it is to make a living, but it's also to find our own fulfillment, to feel that we're doing something, we're adding a value, like you said. That time when you took that decision to move away and leave the business. Um, I don't know if you still remember, but I'm sure a milestone like this you would remember. Did you feel that it was freeing you or it was painful? Was it like a burden or was it a new start?
That time it that time it felt it's a new start because you are in a comfort level. Once you're in a comfort level and you leave that comfort level, you come out from the comfort level in this hot sun, 50-degree. You have to go door to door to ask work. Yes, I didn't have to do that. It was very easy. Sit in the office, people are coming, they are buying. But yes, it's an hard work going door to door, asking for work, asking people, I can do this work, I can do that work. What do you want me to do? And I used to do for them. And I started. They used to call you that, okay, fine, give samples, give this, give photographs. I used to go, I used to do that because I wanted to achieve something in life. So that time it doesn't feel, when you're young, it doesn't feel anything. After coming out of the business, trying to do something for yourself to achieve, after a couple of months, that thing hit you that no, from here you cannot go here. Now you have to start from here to reach there. Yes, I had a goal, I had a dream that with what I left, I want to be higher than that. And alhamdulillah, it took me handsome of 20, 22 years to achieve it. But yes, slow and steady wins the race.
Okay. And where did your business idea come from?
Like starting from day one when I was in school, when I used to do schooling, that time I used to go and sit in my father's office because my father wanted me to sit. As a kid, I was not that, I want to go, I want to sit in the office. But he was like, he forced me. Like in the 10th grade, ninth or 10th grade. So I used to go, I used to sit in the office. And, do nothing, just call, talk to friends. But what happens when there were meetings or, lunchtime, like my uncle, my father, we all used to sit and have lunch together. So that time they used to talk business. Then after that, some in the evening, he used to call me when some meeting was going on. I used to sit as a kid. Like when you are a kid, you're not 100% concentrating, but okay, 25 is going inside, 75 is going above your head, but still something is going inside you. From there, it started. So as you come from a business family or from an entrepreneur family, it happens. You sit whenever you're sitting with them, they're talking business. Like my father, my uncle, we as brothers, when we sit now, we talk business. Our kids, they come, they sit, they talk, they hear that business. So it's like we all are into business. It's not necessary you're just calling them and saying, today, from today you're the accountant of the company, today you're the marketing guy of the company, you head this or you support them. No, you don't do that. They're just sitting. We used to just sit and we used to listen while dinners or outings also. We used to go with our father, my uncle, and some business people. When as a kid, I'm not talking as a grown up, as a kid, when I was in school and uni and all, yeah, they used to talk business. So we used to just listen to that. But today, that time we didn't understand. I didn't understand as a kid what's going on. I said I want to go and play with my friends. Why my father go to me? But today, when I think about it, I think that was a very good decision my father took, taking me with him, me listening to it, and today I can use them. But that time you don't understand like what's going on in life. You want to go out, play with your friends, go out, do whatever you would like to do. But now you understand, yes, that thing, those upbringing was very good. So yeah, so through the journey, everything, whatever you learn gives you, you can make, see, there is, in every part, there is a negative and there is a positive. Either you positively take it and do good in life or be negative, sulk, cry on it. What the hell? My father spoiled my childhood. He didn't let me play with friends. No, I take it positively. He's grown me. As a human being, he's grown me.
He was low key training you to at least be familiar with the entrepreneurial
That was
environment.
his idea. That was his idea. I didn't know that was his idea.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
According
absolutely.
to me, so he's ruining my childhood. He's not letting me go out and play with my friends. According to me, it was like that. But now I sit and I think about it. Yes, he took a good decision.
Yeah, absolutely. Um. Okay. I'm still interested in your first steps into your own
Business
experience.
venture.
Exactly. Um. So, were you more of a no goals, just vibes, enjoying the journey? You wake up, you do what you have to do, you hustle, you thrive, or did you know that no, there is this project I want to get it? Were you like structured, or were you more doing it the like cool way, experimenting, etc.? And I again want to ask you about the idea, because nowadays there are many people who want to start their own startup, but either they don't have any ideas or they have a lot of ideas.
Okay. Now, excuse me here. You're talking about two things. Either you want me to say about my journey or you want to give people ideas. To start my journey was different. My
No, no, no.
journey was
About
different.
you. Yeah.
About me, if you want to talk about me, like I had, when I left, when you leave something and you go ahead in life and you want to do something in life, then you don't look back. And when you want to do that, then you have to burn everything, whatever you had to achieve what you want to achieve. When you have comfort level and you think you can go back to it, then you won't be able to achieve what you want to achieve. So you have to burn that part. And I already burned it. I said, like, I told my father, I told my uncle that I have nothing to do with this business. I want to do something of my own. And then what happens is in business families, I can talk about business families because I come from one. I don't know what other people's life have, but in my family, it was like a taboo. Like you can't. How he can do his own business? There is a family business. Who will take care of this business? So it was like that. So to pressurize. Now I understand this. That time I didn't understand, but to pressurize you, your parents or your uncles, they will say, see, this we will not give you, this we will not do for you. Like I will not give you any money for your business. I won't invest in your business. You are on your own. I'm not going to help you with anything. Many things they put on you. So that time, some conditions were put on me, and I was okay with it. They said like my father said, I won't invest in your business. I said, okay, I don't have to do anything with them. My uncles basically. My uncles were here in Kuwait. My father was in India. He was doing business there, and my uncles were handling the business in Kuwait. They no, we won't give this to you. Or we won't give you like you don't won't have that comfort. Now to do business, obviously you need some money. Not too much money, but some money is required. So that time I thought like, okay, fine. Now I don't have money. I was scratching my head like I don't have money. So what can I do? What can I do? Then I was thinking, and because my community, not my family, but my community is into a business which is related to interiors, and my whole community is into construction in different fields of construction. No matter in Kuwait, in Dubai, in India, in anywhere, any country they go, their main is construction because we've done construction from generations to generations. Like my grandfather was into business, my father was into business, I am into business. This is third generation which is into construction business. So my father used to do construction business, but then he transferred to trading. And in trading, when he started making money, he closed the interiors business and he went ahead in trading. Now, after doing a lot and trying a lot, couple of months, I couldn't reach anywhere. So I said, why not? Let's do what my dad starts from. Because every person's idol is their dad. I was like, okay, from where did dad start? Okay, dad started from there. Why not? Let us also start from there. So yes, but I didn't want it to do the way my dad did it. Because obviously, when a new person comes with a new thinking, with a new ideology, he wants to do things according to his way. So yes, I didn't want it to do this residential projects, because according to me, there was like a lot of hard work. Plus, the money you're making is less. And as an exposure you have and you've got and the talent what you have, because every human being knows what they are capable of doing, no matter the world doesn't know. The world will know when they succeeded, when they achieve it. But you know yourself, what you are capable of, what you can do in life. Nobody else knows that. So I knew that I don't want to get into it, but who will give you? Who will trust you? The machine, they need trust. They need name. They need something. You have to show them something. So when I started, then I went, like I said, I used to go like there are areas, in Kuwait, there are areas where new areas which are building, houses are building. I used to go every day, every time there. Every day, yani, couple of houses, my target was like, today five house, tomorrow five house. And like I was blessed that, my uncles and all, they gave me car, they gave me a pocket money where, I could put petrol, use my phone bills, and there was a place to stay. Like I was not like completely
Yeah, not
zero. I had
zero.
something. I had some support. So from there, when I started, going to the houses, giving this, then one fine day, then I'm talking the uncle from my father's side. Now
Mm,
the uncle from my mother's side, they are also into construction. So one, but not big time.
mm,
Hand to mouth. They're happy go lucky. So my uncle told me, my mother's side uncle, he told me like, why don't you partner up with me? Because you can talk good, you're presentable. Let's do partnership. As a partnership and what? Said I have this project coming, and I think so. If you go and talk to them, we can get the project. And once we get the project, let's do partnership 50-50. I said okay. I had nothing to lose, right? I had nothing to lose. I said okay, let's do it. It's something you have to do in life. Literally, I went there. And when there's nothing to lose. And at that young age, you're ready to hear a no. I went, I was very confident when I went. I spoke to them, I had a meeting, and they like, they don't know I know the work or not, but they liked the way I spoke to them. And they agreed for the project. And yes, we got the project. After we got the project, I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn from this project. So I started doing all the donkey works from the scratch to the bin to the pitch, everything. Like talking to, I told my uncle, you know what? He sit next to me because he didn't have a car. Frankly speaking, he didn't have a car. I had a car. So picking up people at 5 a.m. in the morning, dropping them to the work, then after that going bringing material for them where they could work, and then some shortage are there in the materials, you have to bring it daily, then sitting there till 4 o'clock in the afternoon in this 50-degree hot weather, sitting over there and learning. You have to learn. The day you stop learning, that means you've stopped yourself growing. If you want to grow, you have to keep learning every time, everything new. I started learning the projects. Couple of projects I did with my uncle, and then basically, you know what, my dreams were different. My dreams were different. I wanted to achieve more. And you can't overnight be successful. That I learned. But my dreams were different. So I had to break up the partnership. My uncle broke up basically. He didn't like the way I worked. Because my energy level was different. The way I used to speak to the staff was different. The way I used to speak everywhere else. There's a level of insecurity it comes when you do partnership. When you partner up, there is a level of insecurity that, he's taking the limelight. So, okay, fine. Then he didn't want it to do partnership. And then I said, okay, fine. Then I was like, like I am a socializing person. I like meeting people, talking to people. So, I was in a retail store with my uncle because I used to live with my uncles. So I was in the retail store with my uncle. And there I happened to meet a store manager who was my friend from school. And he didn't knew I am in Kuwait. So he was very excited to meet me, and I was very happy to see him. And when I met him, I found an opportunity there. I said, "Why not? It's good." So while speaking, people usually ask what you do, what aren't you doing, what you're working, and I said, "Yeah, I'm doing my own business, and I'm not working anymore with my uncles." And he said, "Okay, fine, that's nice," and he helped me there, and I wouldn't forget the person or the day or the conversation what we had. And today also I'm thankful to that person that he introduced me to his management and he set up a meeting where I spoke to the management and they gave me a chance. I'm still thankful to them that they had to believe in me and then they gave me a chance. And it was a retail store, small job that they gave me, and they gave me like 10 days to finish that job. And I had to do it in 24 hours, 24/7 I had to work. Basically, the job was for 15 days and they wanted to finish in 10 days. And they told me 10 days, you need to finish this job. And I said, okay, because that time, again, I had nothing to lose. So I had to say, okay, I saw an opportunity, I need to grab it. I said, okay, I'll do it. And I worked hard for it. And rather than 10 days, I finished it in 8 days. When I finished in 8 days, they were happy with my job. They said, oh, we gave him 10, he finished it in 8. It's nice. And in retail, always, they pay rent. Even a day is a benefit for them. So giving them 2 days before, and they liked my job. And they offered me, after a couple of months, they offered me a very big job. As I say, I didn't do that big job ever. It was a handsome of 3,000 square meter job. Like when I went there with the engineer, he called me for a meeting. He said, come to the side. There's a side meeting. I went with him. When I was standing there, frankly speaking, true from my heart, like my legs were like shaking. I thought, what the heck? How can I, achieve this big project? And when he asked me, can you do this? So I was like, what is this? I've done bigger projects than this because I can't tell to my client that, I can't do it. Or it's very big. So what is that? I've done bigger job than this. This is a small job. No problem. How many days you have? He said, 3 months. I said, no problem. I'll finish it in 3 months. It was a very big 3 floors. and it had an atrium area and all that, and which I had no experience, frankly speaking. Today I can say that, but that time I couldn't say it. Today I can say it that I had no experience. So I learned in the process. I learned and I learned from one project to another project to another project. After that project, I did it successfully. I completed it. The clients were happy. Once you dedicate yourself, see, people think what you are today. They're looking at you today. Oh, today this guy is getting up at 9 o'clock. He's going to the office at 10 o'clock. But that day when I went at 5 o'clock, who saw that? Nobody saw that. Till 5 in the evening, I'm sitting there in the hot 50 degrees. Nobody saw that. But how much responsibility are you carrying on your head? How
Mm.
many people, how many businesses you're carrying? That nobody is seeing. But the hard work which I did for last 20 years, did he see that? No. Did he see me working 24/7, 365 days? No. He didn't see that. He didn't see my nights, my days, how I worked hard.
Yeah, so there is a misbelief about entrepreneurship. People want to start their own businesses because they're tired of the corporate career. Because, as you said, they feel like, oh, I have to go from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. But they don't see that when you have your own business, your own company, it's a lot more work, and it's a not non-ending work. You work 24/7. I can see from a lot of my friends who started their own businesses, it's like more stress because you worry about whether you're going to have clients or not, whether you're going to have projects or not, where are you going to pay the rent from, where are you going to pay your employees from if you have employees. So it's really a different type of hard work, but for sure there is a lot more hard work, which brings me to talk about um,
I'd like to
you.
say one more point over here. Sorry, but
Oh,
I would like to say a point here.
yeah, sure,
You see,
sure.
what happens is these professional people, they come from a professional background. One, uh, they work for other people in millions. And when other people are making millions, they think they can also make this millions. So they get this idea that why not? I'll make this million for myself. Why I'm making for someone else? But they don't come to know that how is he making it because he has one specific point or one specific duty to do. The whole whom to give, what the management basically, who will do, how he's getting the client, how he's working. He doesn't know all that stories. So he thinks, yes, I can do it. And yes,
Yeah.
I'm not discouraging people who wants to do business. I want them to do it, but be prepared that what you have to go through. Not from the day one, okay, I started from here. So, I have a position. I will start from the position. No, you have to start from very low to reach somewhere.
So
Carry on.
this is what I want you to talk to us about, to people who listen. You've been through a time where you had to make a lot of sacrifices, no leisure time. You were barely making any money. You had a lot of expenses. You were running on empty. Uh, what made you sustain the business, your efforts, and your ambition through these times?
Tell you a very nice story. As I said, like, when I was working with my uncle, you have a social circle, you have friends. Like every young guy, I also used to like to go out with my friends, play, or, go to fancy restaurants and all. At that time, I was working with my uncle, so my pockets were full and I could afford them. But once I started my business and where I started, I didn't reach anywhere. The business did not start. According for them, when you don't have anything in your pocket, you don't like telling it to people. And you don't like sharing your story to people that, I left my uncle's business, I'm doing my own business. No. You want to keep your aura the same it is. You like people are looking at you the same way, they're giving you the same respect because we living in this world, we know when you have something in your pocket, people will talk about you or people will give you that respect. but nobody gives respect if you don't have anything in your pocket. And that I understood it at that age, a very early, young age. So whenever my friend used to go out for dining or for all the social activities, I couldn't afford it. And as a person, I didn't wanted them to spend on me because me. So I was like, okay, fine. I used to just make excuses that okay, fine, I have to go home. I have some, meetings. I want to go do this. I want to do that. And I never used to go out with them at those times because I couldn't afford it, and I didn't wanted them to think that okay, he cannot afford, so he's not coming. And on the contrary, I didn't want them to spend on me. Have you seen that horse has this thing, shield to protect his eyes? So I had put that shield that I don't want to see left, I don't want to see right. I just want to see straight and I want to work straight and I would just want to work. It took me around 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
10 to 15 years where after 15 years, not after 50, after 10 years, I started keeping staff and I had staff, and increasing slow by slow. And then, by the time you get confidence in your staff and you know that, okay, fine, they're doing a good job and then increasing the staff and adding, that whole hierarchy system, which looks very good now, which looks bright now, which looks beautiful now. But that time, no. That time, so it was you.
Yeah. How easy was it to delegate? Because usually people have trouble delegating because they're not sure, like you said, that they will do a good job. So how
Actually,
hard was it for you?
it took me 5 years more. After
Mm,
10 years, it took me 5 years more to have that confidence that, okay, fine, you can breathe, Nadim. You can
mm,
breathe now. But that it took me more 5 years, getting those hierarchy, putting people, trusting them, giving them the workload, giving them those responsibilities, and then keeping a check on it that, okay, fine, what I've given has been done. So that took me more 4 years, concentrating on the business. After 15 years, I was like, okay, now let's meet. It wasn't that I wasn't meeting them then. Yes, after 5 years of that first 5 years, I was okay. I was good in a good position where I could meet people. I used to socialize. Basically, I believe socializing is very important for a businessman. People say you need money to work. No, I learned that you need to have right connections to work, not the money. Money will come. Once you're working, people are ready to put money on you. Once they
mm,
see that once you're successful, things become more easy for you. If you
mm,
won't call yourself successful, if you're doing something good in life, you're achieving something in life, then things becomes more easy. People will come to you and say, you have any business idea? I'm ready to invest with you. But when you are at the stage zero, no, nobody is ready to invest in your idea. So yeah, it was like this. Then after 15 years, then I was a bit relaxed. Then okay, now you can do something about it. So what I missed for 15 years, I did that for a couple of years more.
yeah.
Then
Just wanted to jump back on what you just said about what you need to start a business, and that would not be money, but connections and a network. Um, do you think that, and also that you mentioned that people come to you to suggest business opportunities. Do you think that opportunities are to be created through like proactive steps, or you just need to wait, be ready, and then when the opportunity presents itself, you catch it?
I'll tell you something very good. When you look for something and when you run for something, it's very less that you get it. You just relax, wait for it. And you need to have the eye that, okay, fine, this is the opportunity. I need to hit the ball. And it is very important to hit it at the right time. Once you miss the train, you miss the train. Then wait for another train. When the other train comes, you have to catch that. So it is very important to analyze that, okay, fine, this is the opportunity. And that day, I told you, going back, that I met my friend. His duty was going to get over after half an hour. I waited for him for half an hour in the car. I said, okay, fine. And then when he came, I took him out for dinner. As I said, say related. I never used to go out with my friends, never because I didn't have the money. but some money was there. You keep it for yourself. That time I saw the opportunity. I spent it on him. I took him out for dinner. We went for dinner. He was my friend. So, I saw an opportunity in that. So I took him out for dinner. We went for dinner. And, then I started meeting him regularly, taking him out for dinners regularly. Because I knew that, this is the opportunity. I grasped it. No matter he's my friend. Okay.
Mm,
But he can do something for me. And nobody, out of sight, out of mind. If I
mm,
would meet him, okay, fine. Nadim is doing good. He doesn't care where Nadim is. He has his life. Nadim has his life. Both are in their
mm.
life. But meeting them, talking to them, it
Building
is
your
building your network.
yeah.
Socializing is very important. I
Yeah.
believe you should socialize. You should do your network. And
Okay,
you
when
never know.
sorry, go ahead.
You never know when the opportunity is going to come then. Just build
Absolutely.
your network.
Yeah. So if we are saying that network is the thing that matters the most, what do you think is the biggest barrier to starting your own business?
Biggest barrier, human being, a human being is very selfish. He doesn't want to come out of his comfort level. You need to come out from your comfort level,
Mm,
and you don't have to see what other people are doing. You have to see what you have to do. You
mm,
will fine. I will, start my own business. I have this savings. I'll put this much money, and overnight it starts selling, and I'll start growing. No, boss, no. Overnight, nothing happens. It's merely hard work and dedication to do something in life, and you reach somewhere.
mm,
Overnight, you'll reach nowhere. Nowhere.
mm.
Nowhere in life. Not in business, not in relationship, nowhere. In any relationship, in any business, whatever you do in life, overnight it doesn't happen. It takes time.
What about uncertainty? Remember last time we talked about Vijay Malia and newest podcast, and
Mm.
I listened to few hours of it, I would say, because it's a 4 hours long
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
And he was talking, he said that there is no ease in doing business. And yet the real power is befriending uncertainty. Um, how did you manage to befriend uncertainty?
As I told you, life teaches at every stage. There will be risk. When it will come, that time only you can face it. Nobody can calculate the risk. It's same like an accident. You drive a car, you don't know you're going to get into an accident. But when you get into an accident, how bad it is, what jerk is God, which hospital you will go to is after you get into the accident. So risk in business, when you are, see, small risks you can calculate. Okay, fine, if I do this, this will happen. If I do that, that might happen. You make the calculation, but big risk, you never know. You never know. They come, and when they come, see, you cannot know how to swim until unless you get into the pool. So when you get into that, those risk will come to you. That time only you can face the risk, and you will know how to come out of the risk. And nobody is prepared. If people are saying, "Yes, I was prepared for this," no, man, you weren't prepared. You never knew. You never saw it coming. You're just bluffing now because you're out of it. If you still would be in it, you'd be crying here. So when people talk, they just talk. They just talk. They bluff you. Don't listen
Mm,
to them. I would say don't listen to such people. Risk will come. Risk is there. But looking at the risk, you'll stop. Tomorrow, you're going to die. Do you stop living? No. Do you stop eating? No. Tomorrow you'll grow old. You'll have, God forbid, you might have diabetes. You might have blood pressure. You might have heart problem. Do you stop eating? Do you stop enjoying your life? No. So like that, don't stop yourself. People,
mm.
please don't stop yourself. If you want to achieve something in life, you want to do something in life, jump. Until unless you don't jump, you don't know how to swim. So according to me, jump. Sharp in all this, sharp is to jump, to try to do something.
As you said, indeed, you don't stop living and you try, but with moderation. Like you calculate the risk and then you
Yeah.
plan, you do your planning, you have your plan A, plan B, etc. But then, as you said, you need to take the plunge.
You should never forget that where God wants you to be, you should be there. And in the whole journey, you after reaching a level, basically, you should start devoting yourself. Some a very good person in my life has taught me this, that something is there where you should thank God. And whatever you want to ask, you should ask God and not from people. God is the one who can, and in every stage of life, you meet people, there are people who comes in your life and who teaches you. So, and you should be thankful to them that they've taught you something in life.
Now I want to talk about your life between India, Kuwait, and you mentioned you spent few months in Iran, few months in Dubai. Um, so we, growing up constantly surrounded by expats from all walks of life, from different cultures, different nationalities, etc. How did it shape your thinking?
Basically, when you meet people, you talk to them, your your thinking capacity, you have to deal with people. Basically, when you are in business, it's not only about hard work; it's about reading minds. Yeah, you become famous in reading minds then, because you're dealing with clients, you're dealing with labor, you're dealing with all type of people. So what happens is when you're sitting with a client, before he says, you have to analyze what he's trying to say. Means people, they say something, but they mean something, and something is going in their head. Now, when you're on the that side of the chair, you have to all visualize and get to the point that what is he trying to say? What is she trying to achieve from me? What she's saying is not what she wants or what he wants. And he wants or she wants something else. But what she's saying is something else. So you are only successful when you can read that mind that, okay, he is trying to say this to me. He's trying to say this to me. And when you meet people, when you talk to people, and this starts building in you. And it comes naturally inside you, reading people, knowing what they're trying to say. Right time, right question, right answer is very important. That is only comes with experience. Or you start dealing or you're working in that field, it comes with experience. So now if somebody says something, I will not, no, you don't blindly, any, it's human tendency. You don't blindly believe anybody. If today I'm saying that, okay, fine, I have this, that doesn't mean he has this until unless there is something supporting to it. Rather than that, you visualize it. You try to analyze it that, okay, what he's saying is right or wrong. So yeah, these things help when you meet people, when you talk to people, you deal with them, you come to know. They always say that it's good. You don't have to make a boundary around, I will work with them, I will talk to them. I'm open for everything, anything and everything. You have to be open for everything and anything. You can't restrict yourself that, no, I will be only doing this or I'll be only doing that. You have to do everything. When you do everything, then you have to be open. Basically, your mind has to be open. You can't just block yourself. No, this is not good. That is not good. I shouldn't deal with him or I shouldn't deal with them. No, you should deal with everyone. According to me, you should deal with everyone. If you're smart, you can work it out and you become smart. If you don't become, people makes you smart.
As a business owner, how important do you think personal brand is? Like the way you carry yourself, the way you dress, the way you talk to people, as you mentioned, socializing is important, network is important. Do you think your personal brand influences how, let's say, clients perceive you? Or does it influence how you look at people you want to hire? Especially that you're kind of related to the retail business.
I'll tell you a very nice story. When you start your business, what a person thinks, like I can see a very nice thing in front of me, melting spice, melting spices. What do you do? First thing when you start a business, you say like, what's the name of the company? I should keep something, a name where, you know, people will hear about it. and they'll get fascinated about it. Uh, it should speak about my business. My name should speak about my business. People think that, and they hire agencies or they hire people because they have one business, two business, three business, and they want to, hire people and keep a name, give a name to the business. So when I did this work of going, looking for names. What name should I keep? What name should I not keep? And basically, my company's name is MI Interiors. So I had many lists. I had made many lists. Which name to keep? Discussed a lot about it. Talked about it. A lot about it. And then one fine day, I realized, you know what? You are the one who is going to make that name. So keep any name, it will work. You have to make it famous. It won't get famous overnight. So, alhamdulillah, I kept my company's name as MI Interiors. MI is my father's name, Muhammad Iqbal Interiors. MI Interiors, that's it. I took his initials, I kept the name. Today, people know MI Interiors. That day, nobody knew MI Interiors when I kept it. So, you make the brand. You are the brand. There's a stage in life which comes when you become a brand. Because I am into retail business where I make offices, coffee shops, restaurants, uh,
Fashion.
tours, retail, fashion, everything. So basically, when I go there, or people don't come to me, the brands or the corporates, and I mostly deal in corporates. So they won't come from the office to my office. But there, obviously, there are a lot of money involved. So when they see you, they analyze you. That is he worth taking the risk? So what you're wearing, the way you're talking, the car you're driving, they analyze you by that. They don't, and sometimes there are companies who wants to come to your office, they see your office, they want to see your staff, they want to see your hierarchy. Everything is important. Everything is important in life.
Okay. What does work life harmony, work life balance look like for you now? Do you make space for family, hobbies, working out, your health, friendships, travel, etc.? Or is it just work, work, work?
No, now after reaching a stage, yes, you make space for everything. You make space for business, you make space for family, you make space for traveling. I wouldn't say because, yes, but you can say traveling. But basically, your priority then also making space, workspace, as you say, making workspace. I think you have your priorities. You make priorities in life. In any stage of life, you have priorities. From day one till date, work is my priority. If something is related to work, so that's my priority. That comes first. Then everything follows with it. If there is work, I have any traveling plan or family plans or anything, I'll cancel it because I have work. So for me today, also work is important. Is my priority, and it will be
Do you
as far
think
as
do you believe that work life balance is reachable? Or is it just some dreamy thingy?
no, no, it is reachable. It is reachable. I don't feel that it's not reachable. It is reachable. For that, you should have a vision. For that, you should have a vision. You should stop at a stage. You should think that, okay, fine, now, I should have higher whatever money you're making, you need to divide. You need to spend it also. You need to have warehouses, you need to have managers, you need to have accountants, administration, drivers, and etc. 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 Because you need to have all that to make yourself free,
Mm.
to put in another business or to work more. Because there is every human being, there is a limitation. You can work till a limitation. Before I used to pick up people, I used to drop them labors. I used to go and buy material, give them the material. Then I used to do their salaries. I used to keep an eye on them. They are working 8 hours. They're doing, giving they're 100% at work. But then after that, what? How many projects can I do like that? One, two, three. If I want to do
And
10 projects, then what?
you also have to free yourself to go meet clients, find new projects, etc.
Everything. That's what I'm saying. You say, no, this is my job. I'll be doing this. For this job, I can hire somebody who can do this job, like project managers, architects, engineers. Today, why? Because they are going to do that job, and I have to do my job. And rather than that, I have social responsibilities which I need to fulfill.
Mm.
So you after every stage of life, money is not important. Then there comes a stage where money doesn't become important, and many things else which becomes important. Then
Mm.
you do it for your name. That project which I take, not because going to make money, but because I want to take that project that will add on to my profile. So
Does it
there are many
happen that
things.
you take does it happen that you take a project where your margin will be small to none?
I have taken projects where I've made losses,
Mm.
but that is the brand which I want to do. That is my client. Some
Mm.
and other guys going to come in and going to pitch low to take the job. So I pitch lower than him so that he doesn't take the job. I take the job. I don't want another person to enter. So those are business. Even you do it, you learn about it. So people, I will request you that if you feel like doing something, do it. But you have to burn your ship which is behind you, which is giving you the, money or your satisfaction or your comfort level. You need to burn the comfort level to reach somewhere in life. You can start. Anybody can start. Anybody, I believe anybody can be a businessman or can be an entrepreneur. But the human tendency of what will happen, you have to kill that. Take the risk. Business is all about risk. Take the risk. People do take risk, but they take calculative risk. Take a risk. What will happen? The job was there yesterday. The job will be there tomorrow also. You have the capabilities. You have the work experience. You can do it after 2 years, 3 years. Take the risk. What's the problem?
Understood. Thank you. Thank you, Nadeem, for taking the time to telling us such an inspiring story. It was really incredibly insightful. I'm sure it's not just for entrepreneurs, but for anyone navigating change, corporate professionals, anyone seeking something more fulfilling would be inspired by your story. Um, as you said, we should always take risk, just go for what we want to do. Have a plan, of course, but not just rely on what's comfortable to us. So thank you very much. It was very
You're
inspiring.
welcome. You're welcome. It's my social responsibility actually. Tell people what they should do. I feel it's my social responsibility. Every person has a responsibility and they should fulfill it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you everybody for watching. And until next time, take care.